All right, welcome back, guys. Another day at the Sands Beach here in Lanzarote, and another Uplace athlete, the young kid of the team, Dirk Bockel. Dirk, thanks for taking the time. You're one of the guys who does a lot of things to get fit, to get racing. I'm talking about good things. For example, I saw you yesterday at the Lululemon yoga session that we had here. So how important is the whole mind, body, soul for you, and not just the training to be a good athlete?
Yeah, I started meditation, for instance, a long time ago. We added yoga into the program a while ago. So it's not just swim, bike, run, and doing triathlon. I believe you have to think a little bit outside the box. So the meditation, the spiritual part, I think it's very important, because if you look at racing, I mean, it's 8 hours going through a lot of ups and downs, and dealing with that, I think the mental component is very underestimated. Started working with a mental coach a while ago, so I believe it's a big chunk, and I saw good progress. I did it before Roth, I did it before Melbourne, and that gave me proof that this is the right way to do. And meditation, it's you all have seen the pictures, the little Bockel Buddha sitting there, but it really helps me, and what I get out of it is just accepting stuff the way it is, and that's cutting a huge topic down to one sentence, and it works for me, and I can only suggest for people to do that as well.
Another thing is the support system that you need around you. So it's not just the team, it's not just the partners, but of course family life now. And I do have bad news. He's off the market, and you've been married for 10 years now, about that?
Yeah, that's correct. I met my wife in America when I went to college, and met her, never let her go. We've been together from the very first day, and married for 10 years now. Planning to have kids. We have a little dog right now, so that's the family planning for the next couple of years. We live half the year in Florida, half the year in Luxembourg, and now we're actually making the move to Tuscany for the summer, so that's going to be the new base. So it's a bad life, as you can see, Florida, Tuscany. No, it's a bit, we try to, when I was 18, there were different priorities, but now it's also important for me to be in a good surrounding, have a certain lifestyle, and I think it's part of bringing quality not just to private life but also to racing.
Who is Dirk Bockel outside the sport? So what are the things you enjoy in life when you don't have to train, when you have a little bit of time on your hands for yourself?
Well, there's not much time left. That's for sure. I mean, I'm not known for training 40 hours a week, so we have more like the quality approach to racing. So it leaves me with a little bit of more time. But what am I doing? I mean, I do like to spend my off time drinking good coffee, seeing, being outside. I'm a very outdoorsy person, so I always like to go to places and sit outside. I never want to be inside. So a couple of years ago, I started fishing, and I kind of mastered that. I started fishing, for instance, as an example. Couldn't even touch a fish before. And now the locals even come to me and say, hey, where's the good spots right now? Where are they biting? And so I mastered that part, and it's just like to be on the water. And then because of my injury, I was a little bored, so I needed to have something to distract myself, and I did a motorcycle license, and then I bought a Harley, and now I'm totally crazy into the motorcycle scene. I'm watching Sons of Anarchy and everything. I mean, it's extreme. But I guess I'm a little bit of a monomaniac, so whatever I'm doing at the moment, I go full gas, and well, hopefully I can go back to racing very soon.
So do you have an alternative plan if it drags on a little longer with the injury? What's coming after the motorcycle?
Well, I guess I mastered a lot of things. I mean, I shouldn't say that, but we went shooting a gun, and we thought about going hunting at some point. I mean, there's a lot of things. Like, I'm a city boy. I grew up in Stuttgart, and so being in Florida, a lot of people there do a lot of different things that I never heard of and that I would never even think about approaching. And so it's a total new life, and but like I said, I don't have too much time, so I just want to do a little bit different things, see if I like stuff, and just widen my experience in different things. Yeah.
So very important question that's been floating around, your head, your hairstyle. Is it because you like it or because you can't grow hair?
Well, you see that? That's a beard. It took me 7 months to grow that.
Hey, this would take me about 3 years, so you got a head start there.
I missed Movember, that's for sure. It was actually a choice that I did right before the Olympic Games. we thought about it. I mean, you race with 50 guys, talking short distance now. You in the pack. So how can you be different? And then we came up with the idea, hey, why not going bold? And it took me quite some time to get used to it, but now I can't even imagine growing here again. So yeah.
If you can choose a sprint finish, that of course you would win, no doubt about it, on a lead drive, who would you like to sprint with to the finish line?
Ooh, I think in my race constellation, I wouldn't be sprinting with anyone. But since I'm coming from short distance, I have the fast twitch fibers, and I can. And who could it be? I mean, it would be spectacular with Frodo and Kienle all together, and looking left, bye Frodo, bye Kienle, and a sprint, and that would be a perfect podium.
That would definitely be a perfect podium for us as Germans as well. Looking at that, yeah, I'd like to see that race. I'd like to be there for that one. So give me a call about 3 weeks before Hawaii if it's going to happen or not. All right, what the form is like. Then I'll book my tickets.
All right.
Absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about the team and your part in the team, but also the gear. There's quite some techies in the team, like Bart, who's doing a lot of testing and aerodynamics and so on. Are you going more with the gut feeling, or are you into the numbers and stuff like that as well?
Well, that's why I have a coach. I mean, I'm not too much in the numbers. Coach, tell me what to do. I get the job done. What I do believe is the position on the bike, aerodynamic, the bike fitting, the whole thing. I believe in that. But apart from that, I mean, we have the best material in the world. Starting with a casual clothes, starting with a perfect bike. I mean, that's all we need, and the rest is my job to do every day out there. And I believe it's more the consistency over a long period of time that brings you to success, instead of like focusing too much about little things. It all makes a difference, but at the end of the day, if your mindset is right, if your body is trained well, you win anyways.
Who's the funniest person on the team?
Well, that goes to Romain, how they call him. Roman Guillaume. He's definitely full of joy. It's great to see his spirit. He's a young guy. He's full of fire, and he's just a great personality.
Let's do a little round of Quickfire. Best coffee in the world?
Kona coffee, Coffees of Hawaii. That's definitely number one choice. Favorite
Vacation spot in the world?
I think it should be Norway.
Coolest dude on the triathlon circuit?
I think we stay in the team. We have it. We leave it in the team, and that's Roman, like I said.
Who was your role model when you were a young triathlete?
Thomas Elriegel and Jürgen Sack.
If you could pick one person in the world, dead or alive, doesn't matter, that you could teach from not doing triathlon at all to racing an Ironman, who would you like to teach?
I think I would take our Grand Duke in Luxembourg, because I heard his health is good, but I think he could do a little bit more fitness, and if he would go into the tri world, it would not only help the triathlon world, but him as well. And he's a incredible personality with his history and stuff. So I think that would be a good one.
All right, perfect. So I would say that's it for now, because you have to go back to training, go get your treatments, your massages, and I think we got another yoga session coming up a little later, so we need the mental focus. Thanks, Dirk. Thanks for taking the time. I hope you had a little bit of fun as well, and we're saying goodbye. See you soon.